Hi, my name is Nancy. Welcome to today's yoga practice. Today we're going to practice moving with the flow. A flow is one movement after the other to the breath, transitioning from pose to pose. I wanted to remind you that you can use props. They help you sometimes get into a pose better than you would be able to get into it normally. I also want to remind you, if your legs are tight, you can sit up a little bit higher, fold a blanket or use a pillow, something around your house would be good. I want you to try to focus on following one instruction at a time. So if you follow one instruction at a time, I'll do my best to get your body in the position that it needs to be in, so that you don't have to always turn your head or your neck and make like you're looking at the screen to see what we're doing. I know we all have different bodies, we all have different skill levels, and doing your best is good enough. Let's just start by sitting comfortably. You can sit with crossed legs. You can extend your legs out in front if you want. You can sit higher, have your hips higher than your legs. And try to lengthen up through your spine. Bringing your ears over your shoulders. And move around a little bit. See if you can find your sit bones. You have two of them. You're going to plant those firmly into the earth. You can take your hands, palms up, more energetic, palms down, more grounding. Decide what you feel best with today. And then as you're sitting here in this upright posture, following all these instructions, see if you can hold your posture, but let go a little bit, relax just a little bit. So everything isn't about muscling your way through it. It's finding some ease in your postures, in your poses, in your movements. And if you're comfortable, gently close your eyes, or you can gaze downward. That's to eliminate some of the distraction. A lot of our sensory input is through our eyes. So if you're comfortable closing your eyes, do that, just gently. And then turn your thoughts inward to how your breath feels as it comes into your body and how your breath feels as it goes out of your body. You can put some characteristics to your breath. Is it shallow? Is it just in your chest? Is it deep? Is it fast? Is it slow? Is it even? Is it erratic? Just noticing without judging yourself. Just don't judge yourself. You're good enough. And then after you've become aware of your breath as it is, try slowing it down a little bit. You can make the inhale just a little longer and the exhale just a little longer. By thinking about slowing your breath, it does become longer or deeper. If you can slow your mind and your breath, you can slow your body. Just taking a moment for yourself in stillness. And you can keep your eyes closed for another few moments or slowly open them. And we're going to start with movement, just warming up different parts of your body. So inhale to the center and exhale right ear to right shoulder. Inhale back to center and then left ear to left shoulder. Inhale center, right ear, right shoulder. And then center and left ear, left shoulder. Come back to center, keep your body still. Use just your neck and your head and turn your face all the way to the right. and then center again, and all the way to the left, and center. One more time, to the right, and to the left. Coming back to center. We're going to start movement through the side bend. So where you were moving through your neck and your head, we're going to go through your side torso, your front, well, your torso. So taking your hands to either side of your hips, lift your left arm high. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend right. Come back to center. You're going to move right again. Keep your sit bones down, chest and heart forward, gaze forward. Just moving through that side bend. And I'll try 2 more. And then come back to center, and you're going to switch hands. So your right arm is going to go high. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend left. Center, side bend left. And let's try 3 more. And then come back to center, relax your hands, extend your legs out in front. You can activate your feet. You're going to inhale your arms in front of your chest, about shoulder width apart. So try to keep your gaze in between your hands. Now we're going to inhale, center, and as you exhale, twist to the right. Just your upper body. Inhale back to center. Your sit bones are still planted, and exhale, twist left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Come back to center and twist, keeping your gaze right between your hands. Your lower body stays still. Try 1 more each side. And then come back to center and relax. Again, you know, if your knees are tender or you've got something about your knees, put padding under your knees. I would much rather you do that than to say, oh, I can't practice yoga because my knees bother me. So if you want to put something under your knees, come here. We're coming into tabletop on all 4s. Try to put the tops of your feet down towards the mat, tops of your ankles. Your knees are going to be down from your hips and your hands down from your shoulders. If your wrists bother you, you can take them forward a little bit. Or if your shoulders are tight, you can take your hands out a little bit. We're going to go right into cat-cow, which is also moving. Inhaling your heart forward, your gaze forward, drop your belly towards the floor. And then as you exhale, round your back up, drop your head and your gaze to your thighs. Inhale your heart forward, your gaze forward, and then exhale, round your back up. Think about making the movement go to the full length of your breath. And if you think about starting the movement from your sacrum or your tailbone, you could get a little bit more movement through your lower to middle back. Try 2 more complete breaths of your own. And then when you're finished, end in your tabletop. So in your tabletop, if you spread your knees a little bit and bring your toes closer together, you're going to sit back toward your heels. If you need to stay on forearms, you can stay on forearms, or extend your arms all the way out in front and bringing your chest and your forehead down to the mat. If you need a block under your forehead, you can put it there. You don't have to touch your heels. You're just sitting back. If it's really uncomfortable, you can put a rolled towel between your thighs and your calves. So on your next in-breath, bring yourself to tabletop. And you can rearrange your knees and your hands because we're going to put this into a flow. And I don't want you to have to worry about knees wide, knees narrow. So we're going to take an in-breath in the tabletop and an out-breath, child's pose. Inhaling, tabletop. Exhaling, child's pose. Inhaling, tabletop. Exhaling, child's pose. We're going to do one more, and then I'm going to add to the flow. So now inhaling, tabletop, curl your toes under. Exhale, lift your hips, down dog. Inhaling, tabletop, sit back, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop, curl your toes, lift your hips, exhale, down dog. Inhale, tabletop, sit back on your heels. Inhale, tabletop, curl your toes, lift your hips, come back to down dog. Tabletop, child's pose. Try two more on your own, to your breath. When you're finished, let's go ahead and end in your down dog. So you're going to end in your down dog. Press your chest towards your thighs, palms towards the mat. You're going to press through your heels, but they don't have to touch. If you feel like you need to soften your knees to stay in your down dog, do that. So inhale your right leg high. Bend your knee, flex your foot, and try stacking your right hip over your left. Taking a breath in, and then as you exhale, unstack your hips and take a big step forward towards your right thumb. This is a good place to use your blocks if you want to. You can leave them on either side of your front foot. You're going to drop that left hip open, and then put your left heel down. Your toes do not have to go 90 degrees. They can be 45 degrees or so. Make an adjustment if you need to. Sweep your arms back, engage your body, and on an in-breath, bring your arms high to warrior one. Front knee is bent over your ankle. Hips are forward, chest is forward. Now take a breath in, and as you exhale, hands down on either side of your front foot. Turn your back foot in, step into your plank. Inhale to your plank, and exhale to your down dog. Take a breath in here, and breath out. On the in-breath, lift your left leg high. Bend your knee, flex your foot, stack your left hip over your right. Three-legged dog. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, square your hips. Take a big step forward towards your left thumb. Use your blocks if you want to. You're dropping that right hip open, and you're going to drop your right heel down to the mat. Front knee is bent over your ankle. Sweep your arms back, engage your body, and on an in-breath, lift yourself up to your warrior one. A breath in here, and then as you exhale, your hands on either side of your front foot, turn your back foot in, step into your plank. Inhale to your plank, and exhale to your down dog. A breath in, and a breath out. Now on the in-breath, your right leg goes high. Step forward towards your right thumb. Inhale your heart forward, your gaze forward, and roll off your back foot. Step forward and come into a fold at the front of your mat. You can use a block here. You're trying to keep a long spine. Make any shifts you need to make. Drop your chest towards your thighs, and drop your head towards the floor. On an in-breath, flatten your back and look down. Exhale and fold. And then a big circle with your arms all the way up to the sky. Bring yourself to standing. And then hands over heart center. If you were using something for your knees, you can move it. Bringing your fingertips down towards the earth. Coming into your mountain pose. Heart is open. Shoulder blades retracted. Ears over your shoulders. We're going to add a movement to a standing side bend. So right hand down, right leg, 90 degrees in your left elbow. Inhale here, exhale, push. Inhale, center, exhale, push. Inhale, center, exhale, push. Let's do 2 more. Coming back into your mountain pose. Holding yourself steady. Move through your feet. Press down through your feet. Your toes don't have to grip or clench. Your left hand is on your left thigh, your right arm, 90 degrees at the elbows. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend. Center. Side bend. Center. Side bend. Let's do 2 more. And then coming back into your mountain pose. Inhale, sweeping your arms all the way up to the sky, and exhale, your hands over your heart center. We're going to go into a sequence here that's going to end up in a flow. So take a breath in at the front of your mat and a breath out. Another breath. Get steady through your feet. You can rock and roll through them if you want to. Feel the soles of the feet pressing into the mat. On the in-breath, sweep your arms high. And on the out-breath, forward fold. Bend your knees if you want to. Come into a long spine, flattening your back, look down. Exhale and fold and take your right foot back. Put your right heel down. Line your left heel up with the instep of your back foot. All right, we're going to engage the body. So, right arm forward, left arm back. A big circle through the right arm, bringing your left arm forward. You're into your warrior 2. Getting a little deeper if you can. Heart is open. Pressing out through your fingertips, your gaze is forward. Your gaze is forward. Find your breath here. You're not going to change your lower body at all, but turn your front palm up, and as you inhale, reverse your warrior. So your side body is open. Perhaps you can feel your breath in your side body. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, come back to warrior 2. Now bend your front elbow, put your forearm on your thigh, and bring that other arm. You can bring it to the sky if you want, or next to your ear. You're trying to drop your hips a little bit. So from the outside of your back foot, through your hips, shoulders, fingertips, it's kind of like a diagonal line in space. But you're holding here, everything's to the side, hips, chest, gaze. Yes. This is your exhale. Your inhale, straighten your front knee. Keep both legs straight. Back arm goes down, front arm goes high. And you're in your reverse triangle. If you need to adjust or shift something, do that. You can gaze up towards your palm. So we're putting these last 2 poses into a flow. The reverse triangle is the in-breath. The out-breath, bend your front knee, bend your elbow, forearm on your thigh, reach, side angle. The in-breath, straighten your knee, front arm high, lift, reverse triangle. The out-breath, bend your knee, forearm on your thigh, side angle. The in-breath, lift up. The out-breath, bend your knee and reach. Now you go 2 more times to the rhythm of your own breath, ending in your side angle, which is your bent knee position. And when you're finished, your 2 flows, repetitions, ending in your side angle. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, your hands on either side of your front foot, turn your back foot in, roll over that back foot, step together and forward fold. Come into a long spine, exhale and fold, and then a big circle, sweeping your arms all the way up to the sky. And bring your hands over your heart center. Take 3 breaths. Still from the front of your mat, inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, forward fold your way. Inhale to a long spine. Exhale and fold. Take your left leg all the way back. Put your left heel down. Your right knee is bent. Get your front foot lined up with the instep of your back foot. You're going to engage your body. Left arm forward, right arm back. A big circle through the left arm, bringing your right arm forward, coming into your warrior 2. Your gaze is forward, but your hips and chest are to the side. So settle in a little bit. Can you get a little lower? Heart is open, shoulder blades retracted, pushing out through your fingertips. Front knee over your ankle. It goes in the same direction as your toes. And you're going to keep your lower body just the same. Turn your front palm up. And as you inhale, front arm high, back arm low. Reverse your warrior. You can gaze up to your palm if you'd like. Unshrugging that top shoulder. Take a breath in. When you exhale, come back to your warrior 2. Bend your front elbow, forearm on your thigh. Bring that other arm either high to the sky or next to your ear. Try to drop your hip. So you're in your extended side angle. Feel the outer edge of your back foot if you can. Feel the soles of your feet. Transitioning from this, on the in-breath, you're going to straighten your front knee, straighten your front arm. Front arm comes high, back arm goes low, and you're in your reverse triangle. So maybe feel that right side body open up. You can gaze towards your palm, and let your breath find you. We're going to put this into a flow. So this is going to be your in-breath. Your out-breath, bend your knee, bend your elbow, forearm on your thigh, and reach. Your in-breath, straighten your knee, straighten your elbow, lift high, reverse triangle. Your out-breath, bend your knee and reach, and then lift up, high, reverse triangle, bend your knee and reach. Try 2 more of your very own to your very own breath. When you finish, you're going to be in your side angle with your bent knee and bent elbow. From here, take a breath in, and as you exhale, hands on either side of your front foot, turn your back foot in, roll off your back foot, step forward and fold. Come into a long spine, exhale and fold, and then a big circle. Sweep your arms all the way up to the sky, and bring your hands over your heart center. Nicely done. Take a breath in here, and a breath out. 2 more breaths. On your next in-breath, sweeping your arms high, exhaling, forward fold, bend your knees if you want, long spine, exhale and fold, step back into your plank, inhale to your plank, and exhale to your down dog. Press through your heels. They do not have to touch. And then bring your knees down to the mat. Cross your ankles. Walk your hands towards your knees and roll over your ankles, legs out in front. Or bring your legs out in front, however it works for you. Slide on your mat so you can lay down. You're going to use your core. So you're going to use your core. Try and lay down. Catch yourself with your hands if you want to. Then bend your knees, feet flat on the mat. Lift your hips up, just move them around a little bit to see if you have any tension in your back that you can let go of. And if you want something under your head, now's the time to put it there. If you are comfortable straightening both of your legs, do that now. Bend your right knee in towards your chest, hold on to it with both hands, press your left hip and thigh down. Take your right knee across your midline. And then you're going to come back to center and drop your knee out to the side, wider than your body. And come back to center, then straighten your leg towards the ceiling, holding it with your hands, or you can use a strap around your thigh. Point and flex your ankle and your toes. And then rotate your ankle one way, and then the other. Bend your right knee, put it down on the mat, your right foot on the mat, and then slide your right leg down on the mat next to your left leg. Kind of notice right side versus left side. How does it feel? Then bring your left knee into the chest, hold it with your hands, press your right hip and thigh down. And then you're going to bring that left knee across your midline. And then come back to center. And you're going to bring the left knee wider than your body. And come back to center. And then straighten your leg up tall towards the ceiling. Hold with your hands or your strap. Point and flex your ankle and your toes. Rotate in one direction, and then in the other. Bending your knee, put your left foot on the mat, slide your left leg long. And you can bounce through your feet or legs if you want to a little bit. Notice your left side, notice your right side. Turn your palms up to the sky. Lift your chest a little bit to try to flatten your shoulder blades. Chin is lower than your nose. We're moving into Shavasana, your resting pose. It's considered a restorative pose, and you're trying to get as comfortable as you possibly can. So take a scan of your body, and if you notice any of the muscles holding you in place, you're going to try to relax that. You're trying to do this without holding yourself in place on purpose. Let your breath find you. Let your breath be natural. breathing in calmness, and as you breathe out relaxation and try to sink into your mat a little bit more. You can have your eyes closed or your gaze down. And try to relax through your jaw. Even if you need to move it around, soften your tongue. Relaxing your eyes and the area around your eyes. Smoothing out your forehead. If you feel any emotions attached to your neck, your head, your chest, try to let those go even for a moment. Finding stillness inside yourself. It's always there. You just don't always remember where it is or don't remember to look for it when we need it. If your thoughts have wandered, bring them back to your breath and how your breath feels coming into your body and how your breath feels going out of your body. You can also bring your awareness to the space that surrounds you. Anytime using any of your five senses to bring you back present, what does it sound like? What does it feel like? You can start with some small movements if you want through your fingers or toes, hands or feet. If you feel like you want to get long, you can bring your arms up over your head. You just choose what your body feels like it needs to do. And then when you're ready, bending your knees. And go slow so you keep your rest. Don't lose your rest. Rolling onto the right side. If the left side is more comfortable, roll to the left side. And then when you're on your side, using your hands or arms or both, just to push yourself upright to a comfortable seat. Bringing your hands over heart center. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming and sharing your yoga practice today. Namaste. Thank you so much.